Hello and welcome to this edition of Advisors Corner. My name is John Roller. I'm an associate advisor here at Winston & Company's Retirement and Financial Services. Of course, to my right here is our president and CEO, Winston Stevenson. Winston, how are you?
I'm good, John. Thanks.
Good. Well, today's episode, we're going to talk about why it's a bad idea to leave money to your kids. So when we thought about this segment, I thought, well, I'd throw my hat in the ring and say, if you don't want to leave them to your kids, why don't you leave them to your old buddy?
To your old buddy John. Or your neighbor or something like that.
Exactly.
How about Uncle Sam?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, Winston, on a serious note, why is it a bad idea to leave money to your kids?
Well, I'll tell you what. People ask us that question all the time. We put out things about why it's a bad idea to leave money to your kids. And the key word is your. Why is it a bad idea to leave your money to your kids? You see, most people have their money in qualified retirement accounts, such as IRAs, 401ks, and things like that. And those are the worst dollars that when you pass away to leave to your children. Now, a spouse, husband and wife, have an unlimited right to leave their qualified retirement accounts to the spouse, and it becomes a spousal IRA, and it's their money, but the tax is still deferred. Mm-hmm. But after the death of the last survivor of the estate between a husband and wife, to leave the money downstream to your children, the rules have changed. Now, it used to be you could do something called a stretch IRA, and a stretch IRA allowed you to do just that, John, allowed you to stretch the money. Now, what the old rules were, when I say the old rules, you know, I'm talking about December of last year.
Right. There's a new thing called the Secure Act.
The Secure Act. And the Secure Act is an interesting acronym. The Secure Act stands for Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And I love the vernacular, setting every community up. So if the government is setting you up, are they really doing something in your favor? So let's just take a look at a compare and contrast. 6 months ago, as of the date of this recording, and we're recording this on June 1st, or July 1st, I should say, the rule was if you died, you could leave your IRA to your children in the form of a stretch or multi-generational IRA. You could effectively defer the taxes indefinitely, except for the little tiny required minimum distribution that came out. Well, the Secure Act put an end to that, and it came out of the middle of a foggy night over the Christmas and New Year's vacation.
Isn't that funny how that happens?
Yeah. And we came back into the office on the first couple of days of business of the new year to find out, hey, there's now the Secure Act has been passed. And none of us ever heard about this.
No media, nothing.
Nothing. We never heard about it. I mean, there was no lead up to it in the months ahead. All of a sudden we have the Secure Act. Well, what's the Secure Act say? Well, the Secure Act says that you can push your RMDs on your IRA back to age 72. Wow, okay, that sounds great. But it also says, you know, other things. And one of the things that it says is that the stretch IRA, no longer.
Yeah.
You have to take, if you're a beneficiary of the deceased, and you're going to inherit the IRA, you have 10 years, 10, to take that distribution. I don't care what you want to call it. I call it a tax increase.
Right. And we think that probably we're most certain that taxes are going to have to rise in the future.
Right. So on that note, I'll just ask the viewers a question. How many of you think, show of hands, even though we really can't see you, how many of you think in the heart of hearts that taxes in the future will remain level like they are today under the Trump tax cuts, as they call it? How many of you feel taxes are likely to go down in the future? And again, from the heart, How many of you feel that it's pretty likely that taxes in the future will have to go up, especially in light of the government stimulus programs that are going on because of this COVID-19?
Now up to 23 with a T trillion dollars.
Right. It's an unfathomable amount of money. And the Obama administration, during the Obama administration, the federal deficit increased something to the order of over $7 trillion. Under the Trump administration at this point, and this is not a political jab in any way, shape, or form. It's just a fact that the deficit has really skyrocketed in the almost 4 years under Trump to a tune of close to $5 trillion. So if he gets reelected to a second campaign or a second term, he could probably blow past the deficit that Trump did, or that Obama did. So again, not a political shot, just numbers, just facts. So we come back to the question, why is it a good idea
to not leave your kids money?
Right. Why is it a good idea to not leave your kids your money? Well, the answer can be found very simply in the Internal Revenue Code, Section 7702. And what Section 7702, speakers like Ed Slott, America's CPA, PBS talk show host, says that Section 7702 is probably the greatest secret in the tax code. And basically what Section 7702 is that life insurance is a tax-free, tax-exempt tool if used properly.
And tax-free, getting your qualified accounts off of the IRS radar right now is probably the most opportune time to do that.
That's right. And I'm glad you brought that up, because right now, the current banding on the federal income taxes, we're at the lowest tax rates we have seen pretty much in anybody's lifetime. Okay? So you can earn right now over $340,000 married filing jointly and not exceed the 24% tax bracket. That's on irs.gov. Look up the current tax brackets on irs.gov, federal tax brackets. This is an opportunity. They are rolling out the red carpet for you. In fact, I want to make you alert that they are probably doing this because taxes in the future could be very onerous. And you are given the opportunity right now to pay attention right now. We're spreading the gospel of this. To pay your taxes now while they are, quote, on sale. Ed Slott says, when's the best time to pay your taxes? And the answer is very simply, while they're the lowest.
Very good point. So if I'm interested, if I have some kids and this sounds like something, because listen, we've talked to a lot of people and we've heard that time and time again. Oh, I'm just going to leave my IRA to my kids.
Oh, we just heard that from one of your friends the other
exactly.
day.
And so we have to explain to people how this works, how this new Secure Act comes in. What do people need to do if they want to get in touch with us and talk more about this?
Well, we would encourage you to go to our website, www.winstonp.com. On the website, we have probably one of the most powerful documentaries of our time produced by Doug Orchard, and it's on our website. We're hosting it on our website. This is a 1 hour and 5 minutes feature documentary by Doug Orchard, extremely well done.
We're getting great reviews from our clients that have seen this.
Oh yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie, go to winstonp.com, simply scroll down on the homepage and you will see a little picture there for The Tax Train is Coming. Power of Zero, The Tax Train is Coming. A film by Doug Orchard. You click on it and you have to register to sign in so we know who viewed it. It's your name, your phone number, your email, okay? But watch it, enjoy it for what it is. It was actually filmed in 2018.
Yeah, before all of this stuff came down.
Before all of this stuff started. And it was kind of a powerful documentary for 2018. And the skeptics of the movie in 2018 were like, this is fear-mongering. This is never going to happen.
It's coming to fruition.
It's coming to fruition, and it's actually a more pertinent message today than it was when it was filmed in 2018.
Yeah, I think people are finally getting the message, and they're calling us.
Now, one little tidbit. After you watch that movie, go to on the website. It's very easy to find where you can contact us. You can call us on that phone number. Again, that's 602-456-1928 to schedule a visit where we can, build out your flight plan, look at your tax situation that you're facing right now, create some analysis as if you stay on Uncle Sam's plan or if you take a look at the plan that we might build for you. And you decide which is better, because if you don't like the taxes that you have to pay today to convert your plan, and by the way, do you know when the tax law is scheduled to change?
Well, I believe the end of 2025.
That's right. So the last day of the current tax code is December 31st, 2025. That's called the sunset date. And it sunsets and tax rates go back to what they were in 2017 without additional legislation from Congress, okay? So we do know when taxes are going up. And we have a little over 5 years for those of you that really want to get after this to start converting your qualified retirement accounts from 401ks, IRAs, 457 plans, government workers, TSPs. These things can be transitioned and converted. You pay the taxes now, but if you do it over a 5-year plan, you'll mitigate the amount of taxes each segment, okay? One last little idea. If you leave $1 of your taxable estate to your children, it costs $1.30 for them to receive it.
Right. Take it out. Yeah.
But if you buy life insurance, as under Section 7702 of the Internal Revenue Code, you pay pennies on the dollar and you leave your heirs tax-free money for pennies on the dollar. The arbitrage is huge. You got to know about that. Well, you can reach us at our office at area code 602-456-1928. We say niner to keep the aviation vernacular alive. You know why they say niner?
Why do they say niner?
Well, because the English language is a universal language in aviation. And in Germany, 9 means 0. So to clearly communicate, so we don't confuse 9 with 0, we say niner.
You see, by joining us here at Advisors Corner, you not only learn about financial intricacies that can save you thousands of dollars in your retirement, you also learn a little aviation vernacular.
That's right. We always try to help.
We always try to add value.
Always add value.
Well, thank you so much, Winston. I appreciate it. We're going to have more episodes of Advisors Corner. Today, why it's not a good idea to leave your money to your children. Thank you so much for joining us.